Have you ever felt trapped in endless worries and unfulfilled dreams? Does it seem like everything you desire is always out of reach, no matter how hard you try? If so, this video is made for you. Imagine a life where you're no longer ruled by fears or negative thoughts. A life where every single day you feel yourself moving closer to your goals and more confident in the path you've chosen. Here's the secret. It all begins with how you speak to yourself. Stoic philosophy, a timeless treasure from over 2,000 years ago, teaches us that self-talk isn't just an inner monologue. It's your compass, the most powerful tool to master your thoughts, emotions, and ultimately, your life. But sadly, many of us let this compass steer us in the wrong direction. Ask yourself, are the words you say to yourself helping you move forward, or are they holding you back? This is the question that sets the stage for our journey in this video. Together, we'll uncover 5 golden principles from Stoic philosophy to transform your self-talk and attract the life you deserve. Don't just listen, engage with us. If you're ready to start transforming yourself, hit the subscribe button right now so you won't miss any valuable content. And if this video has already sparked something within you, leave a comment and share the challenges you're currently facing, because change begins the moment you acknowledge what holds you back. This journey doesn't promise an easy path, but I can guarantee it will lead to something meaningful. Don't wait another day to start speaking to yourself the way you truly deserve. Get ready, because up next, we're going to explore how every challenge, every negative thought can be reshaped to bring you closer to the life you've always wanted. And the most incredible part? It all begins within you. Part 1. Why your self-talk shapes your reality. Close your eyes and imagine you are a sailor drifting on an endless ocean. Around you are waves crashing, dark clouds covering the sky. You can't control the winds or calm the towering waves, but in your hands lies a compass, the only tool to guide your way. Now imagine that compass is misaligned. You row endlessly, you persevere, but all your efforts take you further from your destination rather than closer to the shore of your dreams. That compass, in the story, represents your self-talk. It's not just fleeting thoughts in your mind, it is what shapes your worldview, directs your decisions, and directly impacts the path you take in life. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This means the reality you live in isn't entirely determined by external circumstances, but is profoundly shaped from within, by the thoughts you nurture and the way you talk to yourself. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that while we cannot control the external world, the weather, others' emotions, or the inevitability of failure, we can always control our own thoughts. And self-talk is at the very heart of that power. Think about the times you've told yourself, "I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail. This is too hard for me." These aren't just fleeting thoughts. They're like seeds, and when planted, they grow into actions, emotions, and even self-imposed limitations. If you continually remind yourself that you're not capable, you'll stop trying and halt your progress. Now, imagine saying, "I will give it my best." Failure is a stepping stone to success. I can learn this. These words, like a realigned compass, will guide you through the storms, bringing you closer to the shore of achievement. Psychology describes this phenomenon as the self-fulfilling prophecy. It means what you believe about yourself and your life directly impacts how you act, eventually turning those beliefs into reality. For instance, if you walk into a job interview thinking, "I'm not going to do well, I'll definitely get rejected," you're likely to feel anxious, stammer, and fail to showcase your potential. Ultimately, the outcome matches your prediction. You get rejected. But if you tell yourself, "I've prepared well and I have the skills for this job," you walk in with confidence, express yourself clearly, and significantly increase your chances of success. Self-talk doesn't just affect your thoughts. It profoundly impacts your emotions. When you tell yourself, "I can't do anything right," feelings of inadequacy, disappointment, and helplessness will arise, leading to negative actions like giving up or procrastinating. On the other hand, if you say, "I'll give it a try no matter the outcome," you'll feel more confident and take decisive action. For example, consider learning a new skill. If you constantly tell yourself, "This is too hard, I can't do it," you'll give up at the first sign of difficulty. But if you change your self-talk to, I'm not good at this yet, but I can improve. You'll embrace practice and persistence, eventually mastering the skill. Stoic philosophy doesn't ask you to control everything in your life. The waves and storms of life are inevitable. Failures, pain, and even injustices. But what you can control is how you navigate your ship. Your self-talk is your oar. By changing the way you speak to yourself, you can't stop the storm, but you can change how you overcome it. Practice. How to begin speaking positively to yourself. 1. Identify negative self-talk. Spend a day noticing what you say to yourself. Write down the negative or limiting thoughts that arise frequently. 2. Replace it with positive self-talk. Write down alternative positive responses to your negative thoughts. For example, negative, I'll fail at this. Positive, I'll learn something valuable from this challenge. 3. Practice. Daily. Spend 5 minutes each morning repeating affirmations to yourself. Examples. I am capable of facing any challenge. I deserve success and happiness. Self-talk is the key to unlocking your true potential. But this is only the first step in mastering your life. In the next part, we'll explore the golden principles of Stoic philosophy to transform challenges and anxieties into opportunities for growth. Because you're not just a survivor on the ocean, you have the power to become its conqueror. Principle 1. Seeing challenges as opportunities, turning obstacles into stepping stones to success. Imagine walking along a winding path, and suddenly a large rock blocks your way. You have two choices: stop, feel frustrated, and turn back, or find a way to climb over it, go around it, or break through it to continue your journey. The second choice doesn't just help you move forward, but also strengthens you and sharpens your problem-solving skills. In Stoic philosophy, the obstacles we encounter in life are seen as tools for our growth. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is not just philosophical advice, it's a revolutionary mindset to face adversity. We often perceive challenges as adversaries, but the truth is, no success in life is achieved without walking paths filled with obstacles. Think of the greatest figures in history. They all faced seemingly insurmountable challenges, yet it was precisely these hardships that shaped them into extraordinary individuals. The story of Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Instead of giving up, Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." A friend in the dark. Without darkness, we would never appreciate the light. Challenges, by their very nature, are opportunities for us to discover the strength within. Marcus Aurelius wrote that obstacles are not what slow us down, but are tools to make us stronger. This philosophy encourages us to see challenges not as endings, but as beginnings. Lessons from obstacles. 1. Patience. Training. Challenges teach us to wait and evaluate situations calmly. 2. Developing creativity. Adversity forces us to find new solutions we might never have considered. 3. Building. Inner strength. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you not only move closer to your goals, but also grow stronger and more confident. In the present moment, challenges may seem like enemies. They cause suffering, frustration, and may even tempt you to give up. But from the perspective of the future, you'll see that these very challenges are what helped you grow. A young graduate, full of dreams, fails at his first job interview. He feels defeated, doubting his abilities, but instead of giving up, he learns from his mistakes, improves his skills, and ultimately lands a job far better than he had initially imagined. Challenges are merely tests. They test your determination and prepare you for greater opportunities in the future. How to see challenges as opportunities? 1. Change. How you perceive challenges. When facing an obstacle, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" Practice. Each time you encounter a challenge, write down at least 3 lessons it can teach you. 2. Focus on what you can control. Stoicism emphasizes that you can't control everything, but you can control your response. Example: if your current job is stressful, focus on how you organize your tasks instead of complaining about external factors. 3. Use challenges as training. Treat every obstacle as an exercise in a gym. The more you practice, the stronger you become. Practice. Ask yourself, the next time I face a challenge, can I respond more resiliently? Picture a track and field athlete running a hurdles race. Each hurdle isn't an obstacle, but an integral part of the competition. Without them, the athlete wouldn't build endurance, speed, or the ability to leap. Life is like this race. Each hurdle is an opportunity to rise higher. Say 1. Reflect on the past. Write down 3 major challenges you've faced in the past. Ask yourself, what did I learn from these experiences? Second, act in the present. The next time you face a challenge, try shifting your perspective. Remind yourself, this is an opportunity for growth, not an end. 3. Build a habit. Set aside time each week to reflect on the challenges you've faced and find ways to turn them into lessons. Every challenge is a stepping stone to success, as long as you're willing to step over it. In the next section, we'll dive into another Stoic principle: how to stop suffering from imagined pains, the things that aren't real but drain your energy. Because to move forward, you need not only to overcome real challenges, but also to free your mind from unnecessary burdens. Are you ready to embrace challenges? Remember, nothing is stopping you. The obstacle itself is the way to grow. Principle 2. Stop suffering from imagined pains. Free your mind from illusions. Picture this: a farmer spends every waking moment worrying about whether his crops will fail. He obsesses over potential droughts, pests, and storms that may never come. As days turn into weeks, his anxiety grows, consuming his energy and joy. But here's the irony: his crops are thriving, the rains are steady, and no pests are in sight. His suffering is entirely self-created, based on fears of things that might never happen. In Stoic philosophy, this unnecessary worry is seen as one of the greatest sources of human suffering. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, said, "Men are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." This principle reminds us that much of our pain does not come from reality, but from the way our minds interpret it. Imaginary pains are like invisible chains. They bind you, not because of external circumstances, but because of the stories your mind creates. These stories often begin with, what if? What if I fail this exam? What if they don't like me? What if I never succeed? Each what if adds another layer of stress and fear, even though none of these scenarios are real. They exist only in your imagination, yet they drain your energy as if they were happening in the moment. The Stoics believed in focusing on what is real and present. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This teaching encourages us to let go of imagined fears and redirect our attention to what is within our control. The 2 time zones of suffering 1. The future and many fears are about things that might happen, but haven't. Example: you worry endlessly about an upcoming meeting, imagining the worst-case scenario. When the meeting happens, it goes smoothly, and you realize all your worry was for nothing. 2. The past. Some pains come from replaying past mistakes. Example: you dwell on a mistake you made at work, even though the situation has passed and everyone else has moved on. Stoicism teaches that neither the past nor the future deserves to control your present. 1. Draining emotional energy. Imaginary pains take a toll on your emotional well-being. Anxiety, fear, and overthinking consume the mental space you could use for growth and creativity. 2. Sabotaging your actions. When you focus on fears of failure, you hesitate to take meaningful actions. You stay in your comfort zone, avoiding risks, and miss opportunities for growth. 3. Eroding joy in the present. Imaginary pains rob you of the ability to enjoy the here and now. You become so preoccupied with potential future problems that you fail to appreciate what you have today. From a psychological perspective, imaginary pains are linked to something called catastrophizing. This is when your mind exaggerates possible negative outcomes, making them seem more likely and severe than they really are. For example, you might worry that if you miss one deadline at work, you'll be seen as incompetent, lose your job, and end up in financial ruin. This chain of thoughts spirals out of control, causing unnecessary distress. 1. Practice awareness. The first step is to recognize when you're experiencing imaginary pains. Pay attention to your thoughts and notice when you start creating worst-case scenarios. Example: instead of saying, "What if I fail?" reframe it as, "What can I do to prepare better?" Second challenge: your assumptions. Ask yourself, is this fear based on reality, or is it just my imagination? Exercise. Write down your fears and analyze whether they are grounded in facts or assumptions. 3. Focus on what you can control. Imaginary pains often stem from trying to control the uncontrollable. Shift your focus to what you can influence. Example: instead of worrying about whether someone likes you, focus on being your authentic self. 4. Use negative visualization wisely. In Stoicism, there's a practice called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. It involves imagining potential challenges, not to worry about them, but to prepare for them calmly. Example: visualize a scenario where your presentation doesn't go as planned. Think about how you would handle it and bounce back. This reduces fear because you've already experienced and prepared for it in your mind. 5. Return to the present moment. One of the most effective ways to combat imaginary pains is to ground yourself in the present. Exercise. When you notice your mind wandering into what-if scenarios, take a deep breath and ask, what is happening right now? A sailor sets out to sea, and halfway through his journey, he notices dark clouds forming on the horizon. He begins to panic, imagining a massive storm that will sink his boat. In his panic, he forgets to steer properly and nearly capsizes, not because of the storm, but because of his fear. As it turns out, the clouds drift away without a single drop of rain. The sailor realizes the greatest danger wasn't the storm, it was his own mind. Practical steps to stop imaginary pains. 1. Daily journaling. Write down your worries and separate real problems from imagined ones. 2. Mindfulness practices. Spend 10 minutes each day focusing on your breath to bring yourself back to the present. 3. Action. Over anxiety. Replace worrying with planning. Instead of imagining failure, create a step-by-step plan to address the situation. 4. Gratitude exercises. List. 3 things you're grateful for each day to shift your focus from fears to blessings. Imaginary pains are like shadows in your mind. They appear larger than life, but fade when confronted with light. In the next section, we'll explore another transformative Stoic principle: embracing impermanence. By learning to accept change as a natural part of life, you'll find greater peace and strength to navigate even the toughest times. Remember, you hold the power to break free from the chains of imaginary pains. Start today and let your mind become your ally, not your enemy. Principle 3. Embrace impermanence. Find peace in life's constant change. Imagine life as a river, always flowing, never stopping. The water you see today is not the same water you saw yesterday, and it will not be the same water tomorrow. No matter how much you wish to freeze a moment, the current moves forward, carrying time and circumstances with it. In Stoic philosophy, this ever-changing nature of life is not something to fear, but something to embrace. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully when he said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." His words remind us that life's transitions are not only inevitable, but also opportunities to grow and gain clarity. Human beings are naturally inclined to resist change. We cling to the things we love, hoping they will last forever, and dread the things we fear, hoping they will never come. This attachment creates tension and suffering when the inevitable occurs. Relationships evolve, circumstances shift, loved ones are lost, successes fade. Yet, impermanence is not a flaw in life, it is its very essence. It is what makes every moment precious. Without change, there would be no growth, no new experiences, and no progress. The Stoics taught that by accepting impermanence, we can free ourselves from unnecessary pain. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for things to happen as they do, and you will get on well." This perspective encourages us to align our expectations with reality rather than trying to fight against it. The beauty of impermanence. 1. It teaches us. Gratitude. When you know something won't last forever, you cherish it more deeply. Example, you savor the time with a loved one when you recognize its finite nature. 2. It fosters resilience. Accepting impermanence helps you adapt to change and bounce back from setbacks. 3. It allows growth. Change often forces us out of our comfort zones where true transformation occurs. One of the biggest challenges of embracing impermanence is the fear of losing what we hold dear. This fear often leads to clinging, a desperate attempt to hold on to people, moments, or achievements. But clinging only creates more suffering. Example, imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means allowing things to exist as they are without trying to control them. The Stoics encourage us to shift our perspective on change. Instead of viewing it as a loss, we can see it as an opportunity for renewal. A story of change. A woman loses her job after years of loyal service. At first, she feels devastated and lost, fearing the unknown future. But, as time passes, she realizes this change has given her the chance to pursue a career she's passionate about. What seemed like an end was actually a beginning. Practices to embrace impermanence. 1. Practice. Negative visualization. This Stoic exercise involves imagining the temporary nature of the things you value. While it may sound grim, it actually enhances your appreciation and reduces your fear of loss. Example. Imagine a day without something you take for granted, a close friendship, your health, or even a simple routine like enjoying coffee in the morning. This practice helps you cherish what you have right now. 2. Focus on the present moment. Living in the present is one of the best ways to embrace impermanence. When you focus on the here and now, you stop worrying about the future or mourning the past. Exercise. Practice mindfulness by paying attention to your surroundings, your breathing, or the sensations in your body. 3. Let go of attachment to outcomes. Stoicism teaches that we should focus on our efforts, not the results, because outcomes are often beyond our control. Example, if you're working on a project, concentrate on doing your best work rather than obsessing over whether it will be successful. Appreciate the cycles of life. Life is full of natural cycles. Seasons change, the sun rises and sets, and tides ebb and flow. These cycles remind us that impermanence is a fundamental part of existence. Reflection. Spend time observing nature to see how beautifully it embraces change. 1. Inner peace. When you accept that nothing lasts forever, you stop resisting change and find peace in the flow of life. 2. Freedom from fear. Letting go of your attachment to permanence frees you from the constant fear of loss. You begin to live more fully and fearlessly. 3. A deeper connection to life. Impermanence teaches us to value each moment, each experience, and each connection. It helps us live with greater awareness and gratitude. In Japan, cherry blossoms bloom for only a short time each year. People gather to admire their fleeting beauty, knowing that this impermanence is what makes them so special. Life is like a cherry blossom. Its transience is what gives it meaning and wonder. Practical steps to embrace impermanence. 1. Daily reflection. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on the impermanence of life and how it makes your experiences more meaningful. 2. Celebrate change. Instead of fearing change, celebrate it as a sign of growth and progress. 3. Adopt a flexible mindset. O. Practice adaptability by welcoming new experiences and challenges. Let go gracefully. O. When something ends, whether it's a phase of life, a relationship, or a goal, allow yourself to let go and move forward. Embracing impermanence is the art of finding peace in life's inevitable changes. By letting go of attachments, we discover freedom and clarity. In the next section, we'll explore another powerful Stoic principle, mastering the art of detachment. You'll learn how to free yourself from unnecessary burdens and focus on what truly matters. Remember, impermanence is not your enemy. It is the source of life's beauty and resilience. Embrace it, and you'll find peace and strength in every moment. Principle 4. Master the art of detachment. Free yourself from what you cannot control. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks. Each rock represents a worry, regret, or desire for control over something you cannot change. As you walk, the weight becomes unbearable, slowing your progress and draining your energy. But what if you realized you could put the backpack down? This is what detachment offers. In Stoic philosophy, detachment is not about indifference or avoiding responsibility. Instead, it's about recognizing what is within your control and letting go of what is not. Marcus Aurelius summed it up beautifully. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Detachment isn't about giving up. It's about gaining freedom from unnecessary suffering. Humans have a natural tendency to cling to things: possessions, relationships, expectations, and even past mistakes. This attachment often stems from fear of losing what we value, fear of uncertainty, fear of change. But holding on to what we cannot control doesn't protect us, it imprisons us. It creates a cycle of frustration and disappointment, as the world rarely conforms to our desires. A common example: consider someone who constantly checks their phone, anxiously awaiting a reply to an important message. The more they refresh their inbox, the more stressed they become. Yet, the act of checking changes nothing. It only amplifies their anxiety. Epictetus, a key Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot. He said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This simple yet profound idea is at the heart of detachment. What can you control? Your thoughts, your actions, your reactions. What can't you control? Other people's opinions and actions, the outcomes of events, external circumstances like the weather or the economy. The key to mastering detachment is to direct your energy toward what you can influence and let go of everything else. Many of us believe that if we try hard enough, we can control everything. This illusion leads to stress, disappointment, and wasted effort. Example: imagine planning an outdoor wedding. You meticulously organize every detail but wake up on the big day to heavy rain. No amount of planning can control the weather, yet many people would let this uncontrollable event ruin their experience. Detachment teaches us to adapt, shift the wedding indoors, enjoy the moment, and laugh at life's unpredictability. Practicing detachment. A shift in perspective 1. Let go of the past. Dwelling on past mistakes or regrets keeps you trapped in a moment that no longer exists. Reflection. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Once you've extracted the lesson, release the regret. 2. Release attachment to outcomes. Focusing solely on results often leads to disappointment because outcomes are not always within your control. Example: when applying for a job, you can control how well you prepare for the interview, but not whether you get hired. Detachment means doing your best and accepting the result, whatever it may be. 3. Accept. Change is a constant, change is inevitable, and resisting it only creates suffering. Detachment allows you to flow with life's transitions. Reflection. Think of a time when change brought unexpected benefits, even if it was uncomfortable at first. 4. Cultivate gratitude. Appreciating what you have in the present moment reduces the urge to cling to it. Exercise. Each day, list 3 things you're grateful for and remind yourself that they are gifts, not guarantees. Detachment is especially challenging in relationships where emotions run deep. However, it's crucial to recognize that you cannot control another person's feelings, actions, or choices. Healthy detachment. 1. Respect. Autonomy. Allow others to make their own decisions, even if you disagree with them. 2. Focus on your role. Be the best partner, friend, or family member you can be, but don't try to fix or change others. 3. Set. Boundaries. Detachment includes protecting your emotional well-being by setting clear boundaries. Example: a parent might struggle with their adult child's decisions, wishing they could steer them toward a better path. Detachment doesn't mean abandoning care. It means supporting without controlling, trusting that the child will learn and grow in their own way. Possessions often become extensions of our identity, making it difficult to let go. However, material attachment creates anxiety, fear of loss, theft, or damage. Stoic exercise. Periodically reflect on the impermanence of your possessions. Ask yourself, if I lost this tomorrow, would I still be okay? This practice helps you appreciate what you have without becoming dependent on it. When you master the art of detachment, you gain a sense of liberation. You're no longer weighed down by things outside your control, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Benefits of detachment. 1. Emotional resilience. Detachment reduces stress and anxiety, helping you stay calm in difficult situations. 2. Stronger relationships. By letting go of control, you foster trust and respect in your connections. 3. Clarity and focus. Detachment allows you to channel your energy into productive actions rather than futile worries. A monk had a beautiful vase that he cherished deeply. One day, a visitor accidentally knocked it over, shattering it into pieces. The visitor was mortified, but the monk smiled and said, "I let go of this vase the day I got it. It was already broken in my mind." This story illustrates the power of detachment. By accepting the impermanence of the vase, the monk freed himself from suffering, even when it was lost. Practical steps to practice detachment. 1. Daily meditation. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on what is within your control and what is not. 2. Journaling exercise. Write down one thing you're struggling to let go of. Ask yourself, is this within my control? 3. Mindful action. When you find yourself fixating on something, take a deep breath and redirect your focus to what you can influence. 4th. Letting go. Ritual. Symbolically release attachments by writing your worries on paper and burning or discarding them. Detachment is a profound skill that frees your mind and heart, allowing you to live more fully. But detachment alone isn't enough. To truly master your inner world, you must also practice reflection and growth. In the next section, we'll explore the Stoic practice of daily self-reflection, a tool that empowers you to learn from each day and continuously improve. Remember, detachment is not about losing, it's about gaining freedom to focus on what truly matters. Let go and watch yourself soar. Principle 5. Practice daily reflection. Transform each day into a step toward mastery. Imagine standing in front of a mirror at the end of each day. Instead of reflecting your physical appearance, this mirror reveals your thoughts, actions, and emotions. What would you see? Would you notice moments of pride, kindness, and growth? Or would you find areas where you stumbled, hesitated, or acted impulsively? Daily reflection, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, is like this mirror. It's a chance to pause, review your day, and prepare to be better tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, practiced this habit consistently. In his personal journal, Meditations, he wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This practice allowed him to remain grounded, purposeful, and resilient as both a philosopher and an emperor. Why daily reflection matters. 1. It strengthens self-awareness. Daily reflection shines a light on your thoughts, words, and actions. By examining your behavior, you understand what drives you, where you excel, and where you can improve. 2. It cultivates growth. Reflection transforms mistakes into lessons and successes into stepping stones. Each day becomes a classroom where you learn how to navigate life with more wisdom and grace. 3. It builds resilience. When you reflect on challenges, you see how far you've come. This perspective helps you face future obstacles with confidence, knowing you've overcome difficulties before. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca emphasized the power of self-examination. Seneca advised, "Every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what weakness did I overcome today? What virtue did I acquire?" This practice is not about self-criticism or dwelling on failures. Instead, it's about approaching yourself with honesty and compassion, identifying opportunities for growth, and reinforcing what went well. How to practice. Daily reflection. 1. Find a quiet moment. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes at the end of your day. Find a calm space where you won't be disturbed. This creates a sense of ritual and helps you focus. 2. Ask reflective questions. Use guiding questions to evaluate your day. Examples include: what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What can I do differently tomorrow? How did I respond to challenges? Did I act according to my values? 3. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge moments where you showed kindness, courage, or perseverance. These small victories are the foundation of personal growth. 4. Learn from mistakes. Identify areas where you struggled or made errors. Instead of blaming yourself, focus on what you can learn. Example: if you lost your temper during a stressful moment, ask, what triggered my reaction, and how can I handle similar situations better? 5. Write it down. Keep a journal to record your reflections. Writing solidifies your thoughts and creates a record of your progress over time. The benefits of daily reflection. 1. Improved decision-making. When you regularly examine your actions, you develop greater clarity and make more thoughtful choices in the future. 2. Enhanced emotional control. Reflection helps you identify patterns in your emotions. By understanding your triggers, you can respond with calm and control rather than reacting impulsively. 8. Deeper alignment with values. Daily reflection ensures that your actions align with your principles. Over time, this alignment builds integrity and self-respect. 4. A sense of accomplishment. When you reflect on your achievements, you recognize your progress and gain motivation to keep moving forward. Third, challenges of reflection and how to overcome them. 1. Facing discomfort. Looking at your mistakes or shortcomings can be uncomfortable. However, this discomfort is where growth begins. Solution. Approach reflection with kindness. Remember, the goal is improvement, not perfection. 2. Consistency. It's easy to forget or skip reflection when life gets busy. Solution. Link reflection to an existing habit, such as brushing your teeth or drinking tea before bed. This makes it easier to integrate into your routine. 3. Superficiality. Sometimes, reflection can feel rushed or shallow. Solution. Take your time and go deeper. Focus on 1 or 2 key moments from your day rather than trying to review everything. A potter spends hours shaping a clay pot on their wheel. After finishing, they carefully examine the pot, noticing its imperfections and areas that need refining. Instead of discarding it, they use this feedback to improve their technique for the next pot. Over time, their skill grows and their creations become masterpieces. This is the essence of daily reflection. Each day is like a clay pot. By examining its shape, you refine yourself for tomorrow. Practical tips to start. Daily reflection. 1. Begin with gratitude. Start your reflection by listing 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude shifts your mindset to focus on positivity and abundance. 2. Use a journal prompt. Prompts make reflection easier. Examples include, what made me smile today? How did I handle stress? What is one thing I can improve tomorrow? 3. Be honest, but gentle reflection requires honesty, but avoid being overly critical. Treat yourself as you would a close friend seeking advice. 4. Set goals for the next day. End your reflection by setting 1 or 2 small goals for tomorrow. This creates a sense of purpose and direction. The power of daily reflection lies in its consistency. Over weeks, months, and years, it transforms how you approach life. It's not about achieving perfection, but about continuous progress. Examples of reflection in action. In relationships. Reflecting on your interactions helps you communicate more effectively and nurture stronger connections. In work. Reviewing your successes and challenges improves your performance and builds confidence. In personal growth. Identifying patterns in your behavior allows you to break bad habits and cultivate good ones. The Stoics practiced an evening review at the end of each day. Marcus Aurelius would write in his journal, reflecting on his actions and aligning them with his principles. You can adopt a similar practice by answering these 3 questions before bed. 1. What went well today? 2. What didn't go as planned? 3. What will I do differently tomorrow? Daily reflection is the key to unlocking your potential, one day at a time. By learning from your experiences and aligning your actions with your values, you build a life of purpose and resilience. But reflection is only one part of the Stoic journey. In the next section, we'll explore how cultivating inner peace can create a foundation of strength and serenity, no matter what life throws your way. Remember, each day is an opportunity to grow. Reflect on it, learn from it, and step into tomorrow with greater clarity and purpose. As we come to the end of this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the essence of what we've explored. Mastering your self-talk isn't just a simple shift in mindset. It's the foundational step to reclaiming control over your life. It's the bridge between where you are now and the extraordinary life you're capable of creating. Through the wisdom of Stoicism, we've uncovered 5 transformative principles. 1. View challenges as opportunities. Every obstacle you face is an invitation to grow and become stronger. 2nd, stop. Suffering from imaginary pains. Free yourself from the unnecessary burdens of fears and worries that exist only in your mind. 3. Embrace impermanence. Accept change as a constant and cherish the beauty of life's fleeting moments. 4. Master the art of detachment. Let go of what you cannot control to find true freedom and clarity. Practice daily reflection. Use each day as a stepping stone to self-awareness, growth, and alignment with your values. These principles are more than ideas. They are tools. Tools you can use every day to transform your thoughts, emotions, and actions, enabling you to attract not just what you desire, but also what you truly deserve. Now it's time for action. I challenge you to embark on a 7-day journey of practicing positive self-talk. For the next week, begin each day by affirming, I am capable, I am resilient, and I am worthy of good things. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? End each day by reflecting on your progress and celebrating even the smallest victories. This isn't just a challenge. It's an opportunity to take the first step toward a more intentional, empowered life. I invite you to share your experiences in the comments. How will you start speaking to yourself differently from today? What lesson from this video resonated with you the most? Your story might inspire someone else to take the same leap toward growth. Don't forget to like this video if it added value to your life and subscribe to our channel for more content that empowers, enlightens, and elevates. Together, we're building a community grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. As you move forward, remember this: everything you're searching for is already within you. The strength, the clarity, the courage, they are all there waiting to be unlocked by the way you speak to yourself. Take the first step today, and the universe will align itself to support you. Trust in the process, trust in your resilience, and trust that you are capable of creating the life you dream of. This is your journey, and it starts now. Let your self-talk become your greatest ally, and watch as your world transforms in ways you never thought possible.